Wow.
That's how it's done.
Air filter turned off for prime video.
How did I come up with the idea for Cannonball Club? Well, I had too many cars for a long time, and they were scattered about. I had them at my parents' yard. It was basically a scrap yard over there. I had a Renault Fuego rotting away in the trees, and a couple Lotuses also sort of rotting away, dripping a lot of oil. I had my beloved Cobra. That was in the garage. I had some stuff over at my grandma's house. I had some stuff down at my friend Renzo's house. I had some stuff at my friend Andrew's house in Jersey. It was a disaster. And ended up buying this building in 2018. And I had some tenants and they took all the other units and this one was vacant. And I always wanted the ultimate dream garage. I was drawing pictures of this place, you know, all through late elementary school and high school, and I wanted a place where not only you could park cars and keep them safe and secure, but also I could come and hang out and still be around them. So yeah, this unit was vacant, and I said, you know what, this is my opportunity. I am gonna start a company called Cannonball Storage. So I took this was the last unit to be completed, but pulled it off, did the storefront glass, got the big garage, about 40 or 50 spots down there, and I thought to myself, how could I ever fill this up? And then the build out sort of started getting more expensive than I thought, as construction does. I don't even know what that was an invoice for, but apparently it's 10 pages and I spent $1,000, which is ridiculous. Here's another invoice. Yeah, Tim loves stuff like that. Here's a FedEx one. Apparently I owe them $42. Here's another thing I owe them $42. Here's a bill from Aeromark for something. It's thousands of dollars. And
that's our black tie.
Okay, there you go.
No, this is the model.
I got invited to a wedding. That's gonna cost me thousands. Here's some trash. Here's a Geico policy for $3,000. Anyway, that's what I do. Here's a really long receipt from Giant for our event the other day. It was $300. Here's another thing from Geico. Here's a 2005 race and event calendar from Motegi in Japan. In case you're interested in what happened 20 years ago.
On the desk.
Yeah. Can't read it, it's in Japanese. Here's our pamphlet. I'm pretty familiar with what's in there. Some more FedEx stuff. Here's a stapler. Here's an APS thing from another property. Here's a bank statement. Here's another bank statement. Here's a bank statement. Here's another bank statement. Here's a bank statement. Here's another bank statement. Here's a Pico bill. There's an APS bill. Pico. Yeah, it's the same. You know, this space is really cool, but it is, at the end of the day, a block building. You know, more modern construction. It only has so much character to it. And as much as I enjoy the sort of Jay Leno's garage car paraphernalia everywhere, I didn't really want that a second time. I wanted a bit more of a sophisticated look. He has a lot of derelict old warehouses, especially in Northeast Philly. And yeah, I went through quite a few of them. A lot of them are in a serious state of disrepair. But yeah, between the location and just the bones of that building, I really fell in love with it as soon as I walked in there. It has these amazing mezzanines and rafters and big cool columns, and there's this beautiful skylight, and even though you're kind of back 100 feet from the street, it doesn't feel like you're in a cave at all. It's got really great natural light, and even with no lights in there and no electricity right now, it's just, I mean, the car photography in there is fantastic, and it just spoke to me. How are we gonna start this club? Just trials, just tribulations, and I don't see how we can come out of this.
You can't even get a permit approved.
Failure is always an
Do you want to
option.
drink more?
Guys! Why the long faces? What's going on here? You're drinking? What time is it?
It's early.
I know it's early. What's wrong? We've got a company to start here.
We have no sustainable goals. We have no data.
Let me stop you right there, guys. What's the one thing that matters in collector car storage? The one thing that everybody always talks about.
Stackability?
Wrong! Synergy. Synergy is what starts
Synergy.
a collector car storage company.
Oh my
What else
God.
do we have? Synergy and
KPI driven.
KPIs, yell them out.
Oh.
NQLs!
SQL.
Horizontal scalability. Oh my God. No time. With vertical integration.
This is just the kick in the pants that we needed. Horizontal scalability on 3. Who's with me?
I am.
I am.
1, 2, 3.
Horizontal scalability.
We hosted some events here for like the PCA club. I had the JAG club come by. Some of my friends would just sort of come here and, you know, work on Fridays and use this as a really cool Zoom background. And we had a couple of cars and coffees, and I was like, you know what? This is cool enough. It could be scaled. And more so than just the safe collector car storage, climate controlled, it's kind of been done to death. And almost everybody's doing it. You know, you get the trickle chargers, everything's safe. It's real dedicated car storage by car people. And that's, you know, 5 or 6 years ago, there was only a few of them. They're popping up left and right. And what people don't do very well, in my opinion, is the social component. And as much as I love cars and coffees, it's sort of a, you know, it's a bit monotonous, and you drive 45 minutes to go to a Best Buy parking lot and you stand there and you're like, this is car culture. And I wanted something a little bit more than that. And as great as the space was that I built here, we are very much in the suburbs, in an industrial park. And, you know, I can't very well sell like a social membership or really have people coming through here day in, day out. The space was not really designed for that. I just pictured the, you know, my office being back here, and some guy, just one guy, is always out there. And I just couldn't take that risk. Anyway, so I started looking around. I went to a lot of the other clubs all over the country, saw what they were doing, you know, figured out what I liked and what I didn't like. And yeah, I started looking for a space down in Philly. And after about 20 plus spots, stumbled upon the old Otis Elevator Factory right there on Frankfurt Avenue. It's like the perfect combination of being in the city, very much in city limits, where the safe and secure car storage means a lot. And then it's also, you know, close enough to where people live, to where you could sell and have a viable social membership and, you know, co-working space and a bar and a restaurant and a place where, you know, somebody could go for a big event, or somebody could go on a random Tuesday by themselves. And my hope is that, you know, enough car guys, whether it's, you know, an older guy with 50 Ferraris or some young aspirational racer, they can all be in there. It's one big melting pot. It's not this elitist, you've got to have a supercar to get in here. I can't stand that. I'm a Honda guy and I'm a Ferrari guy. I like a little bit of everything. I'm into lowriders and Baja Beetles, and I don't care what you're into, as long as you're super passionate about it. That's the club that I wanted to create. And we are well on our way toward creating that.